For thousands of years, religion has shaped empires, guided civilizations, and influenced rulers, but behind every divine story lies a powerful economic engine that quietly transformed the world. Welcome back to HistoriNomica, where we uncover the financial secrets history tried to hide. Today, we explore the hidden economics behind the world's most powerful religions, and trust me, once you see how deeply money, faith, and power are connected, you will never look at history the same way again. From the moment ancient societies began forming spiritual systems, religion and economics became inseparable. Temples in Mesopotamia, like the Great Temple of Uruk around 3000 BCE, were not just holy places, they were the world's earliest banks, storing grain, livestock, land records, and wealth. Archaeologists have discovered clay tablets showing temples issued loans and collected interest long before kings or governments did. In ancient Egypt, the priesthood of Ammon controlled up to 1/3 of all land, making them wealthier than many royal families. The economic power of religion wasn't accidental, it was strategic. Faith created trust, trust created stability, and stability created the foundation for taxation, labor management, and trade. Early religions unified people under shared beliefs, allowing leaders to coordinate large-scale economic projects like pyramids, irrigation networks, and city building. But this was only the beginning. As religions expanded, their financial systems evolved into some of the most sophisticated institutions on earth, influencing everything from banking to charity, and even political revolutions. And as we dive deeper, you'll see how faith became one of humanity's most enduring and profitable forces. To understand the hidden economics of religion, we must look at the three engines that built religious wealth: land ownership, donations, and state partnerships. In medieval Europe, the Catholic Church became the largest landowner across the continent, controlling an estimated 20% of all productive land by the 13th century. Land meant food, taxes, and labor, an economic empire disguised as a spiritual one. Tithes, a mandatory 10% income contribution from believers, generated enormous revenue for church institutions. In India, religious endowments called mathas and temples accumulated wealth through land donations from kings. Some temples, like the Padmanabhaswamy Temple in Kerala, hold treasures valued at over $20 billion in gold, diamonds, and artifacts, making it one of the richest religious institutions on earth. Meanwhile, in the Islamic world, the economic strength of the faith came from the system of Waqf, charitable endowments that funded hospitals, schools, trade caravans, and public works. Historians estimate that during the Ottoman Empire, Waqf institutions controlled nearly 1/3 of all arable land, functioning like decentralized NGOs and economic engines at the same time. Even Buddhism played a major economic role. Silk Road merchants supported monasteries because monks provided lodging, security, and standardized trade routes, turning religious centers into financial hubs. In China and Japan, Buddhist temples managed farms, issued loans, and made political alliances. Across civilizations, religion became a financial force not by accident, but because controlling belief meant controlling behavior, and controlling behavior meant controlling wealth. These institutions mastered the art of creating loyalty, not just spiritual loyalty, but economic loyalty that lasted generations. As religions grew more powerful, they became inseparable from politics, influencing tax systems, trade routes, and even wars. When Constantine adopted Christianity in the 4th century, it wasn't only a spiritual choice, it was an economic calculation. Unifying the Roman Empire under one religion simplified taxation and centralized power. Later, during the Middle Ages, the Church created its own financial network, including some of Europe's first credit systems. The Knights Templar, originally a religious military order, developed banking methods, such as safekeeping deposits, letters of credit, and secure money transfers. By the 12th century, they operated one of the largest financial organizations in Europe, holding assets comparable to that of small kingdoms. In the Islamic Golden Age, economic principles derived from Sharia law shaped global markets. Banning interest encouraged profit-sharing partnerships, which led to early forms of venture capital. Islamic traders dominated Indian Ocean commerce for centuries, forming economic alliances stretching from East Africa to Indonesia. Meanwhile, Buddhism helped expand China's Tang Dynasty trade networks, linking East Asia with Central Asia through monastic trade stations. Even in modern times, religion shapes nations' economies. The U.S. has over 300,000 churches, which collectively generate billions in charitable activity and community services. Mexico and Brazil, see major economic cycles round festivals and pilgrimages, and Saudi Arabia earns billions annually from religious tourism to Mecca, contributing nearly $12 billion to its GDP, whether through charity, cultural influence, or political negotiation. Religion has been and still is a foundational economic power shaping labor supply, taxation, migration, and global trade. Empires rise when faith unifies people, and they fall when economic power slips out of spiritual control. Today, we often think of religion as purely spiritual, but its economic fingerprints are everywhere. Modern religious institutions manage universities, hospitals, media companies, non-profit empires, and investment funds worth billions. The Church of Latter-day Saints manages an investment portfolio, reportedly exceeding $100 billion, while the Vatican oversees vast global assets through the Institute for the Works of Religion. Hindu temples continue to receive gold donations worth hundreds of millions every year. Islamic finance is now a $4 trillion global industry, influencing investment laws in more than 50 countries. Religious tourism generates massive revenue. Mecca, Jerusalem, and Varanasi attract millions annually, supporting entire local economies. Even in secular societies, religious values influence economic behavior. Charity spending, consumer habits, political voting patterns, and labor ethics are all shaped by centuries-old belief systems. Whether you believe or not, the economic legacy of religion touches every part of modern life. And that's the hidden truth. Religions didn't just guide souls, they built nations, funded empires, and shaped the global economic system we live in today. If this deep dive into the financial power of religion opened your eyes, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to HistoriNomica. Your support helps us uncover more hidden stories that shaped our world. And tell us in the comments which religion's economic history should we explore next. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next episode.